If you've ever looked into getting a virtual business address, you've probably seen ads like professional business address for only $9.99 a month. Sounds simple, right? But here's the truth. That price is almost never what you actually end up paying. Most of these companies tack on those hidden fees for scanning, forwarding, storing, or even canceling your service. And those small add-ons can quietly add up to hundreds of dollars a year. Hey, it's Erin, and today we are breaking it all down, what a virtual address actually is, where those hidden costs sneak in, and how to use Bizee, one of the few companies that show you everything upfront so you actually know what you're paying. By the end, you'll know what to avoid and how to set up your business address the smart way without wasting money. We want to start with a quick disclosure. We are affiliated with Bizee, the main service we'll be discussing in today's video. If you use one of our referral links in the description, we may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. We really appreciate your support. What a virtual address really is. Okay, let's break this down. A virtual address is a real street address, not a fake one, not a PO box, that your business can use instead of your home address. Here's what happens when you sign up. The company gives you an address like this: 123 Main Street, Suite 100, Los Angeles, California 90001. That's an actual building, not a random mailbox in a warehouse. The company's staff receives your mail there, scans the envelope, and uploads it to your online account. Then from your phone or laptop, you can choose to have it open, forwarded, or shredded. So it's like your mailbox got upgraded to the cloud, digital, organized, and private. Why people use it? First, it keeps your home address private so strangers don't find where you live. It makes your business look more professional so clients can see a business address instead of an apartment number. Also meets LLC and IRS rules for having a business address. Yes, they really do check, but here's the part that most people don't know. That $9.99 price tag that you saw online, it is just the starting point. There's a list of sneaky little fees behind it, so let's go over those next. The hidden fees no one tells you about. These are the sneaky costs that catch people off guard because they're not shown on the sign-up page or they're buried deep in the fine print. Number one, mail scanning fees. Some companies make scanning sound free until you look at your bill, and they'll charge every time they scan an envelope or open a letter. It's usually $1 to $2 per piece of mail. Now, let's say you get 30 letters in a month. That's another $30 to $60 you didn't plan for, on top of the base subscription you already paid for the mailbox. So in reality, you're paying twice, once for the service itself, and again, just to see what's inside your own mail. So why does this happen? Well, scanning takes staff time, equipment, and storage. Some low-price providers advertise $9.99 per month, but make their profit by charging per scan later. The more mail you receive, the more they make, which flips the convenience into a hidden expense. How it adds up. If your business starts growing and you begin getting vendor statements, bank letters, tax forms, or client checks each week, these scan fees multiply fast. A mailbox that looked like $120 per year can easily become $300 to $400 per year once those little $1 to $2 charges pile up. So what to look for instead? Choose a plan that clearly says unlimited scans included. That means you can view every envelope and page online without worrying about getting nickel and dimed. Providers that advertise transparent all-in-one pricing like Bizee typically bundle scanning into the flat monthly rate. Also, quick tip, when comparing plans, scroll to the pricing fine print or FAQ and search for the words per scan, per page, or view mail fees. If you see those, budget extra, or move on to a provider that doesn't charge them. Number two, mail forwarding costs. So here's another sneaky one, mail forwarding. This means when you want your physical mail, like checks, legal documents, or credit cards, actually sent to you, most companies charge a handling fee of $3 to $5 every time, plus the cost of postage. So if you forward 5 to 10 important pieces of mail a month, your $10 per month plan could easily turn into $40 to $60. Why it happens? Forwarding means someone physically has to repackage and ship your mail. Companies add service fees on top of normal postage to cover that labor. What to do instead? Look for services that only charge you the actual postage rate, no markup, or include a few free forwards each month. Bizee's partnered address services show forwarding fees upfront before you hit checkout, so there are no surprises later on. Number 3, storage fees. This one sounds small, but it's sneaky. If you don't tell the mailbox company what to do with your mail, whether it's opening it, forwarding it, or shredding it, they'll start charging storage fees after a few days. Think of it like paying rent for a piece of paper. It might be 25 cents per letter per day after a week, but if you are busy and forget to log in for a month, those tiny charges can add up to $40 fast. Why it happens? Mailbox providers rent limited physical space. So when your items sit there too long, they charge to motivate you to clear it out. How to avoid it? Turn on email or app notifications and set rules like auto shred junk mail after 10 days or auto forward checks immediately. That way, you'll never pay for paper that's just sitting there. Number 4, extra business name or recipient fees. This one confuses a lot of people. So let's say you have more than one brand like Aaron Ye Media and Aaron Consulting. Some providers treat each business name or recipient as a separate account, meaning you'll pay an extra $5 to $10 per month per name. So even though all your mail goes to the same box, they will bill you twice. Why this happens? Their systems are built to track names separately for compliance and mail sorting. So every new name is considered a new recipient. Why Bizee is different? With Bizee, your business and your registered agent info are automatically connected under one account. That means no duplicate fees just because you own multiple entities or have a partner. Number 5, setup, cancellation, or verification fees. The last category is where companies quietly take your lunch money. Some charge setup or activation fees, $25 to $50 just to get started. Others add ID verification fees or even charge you to cancel early. So your $9.99 plan can become $50 in the first month once you add activation, scan, and forwarding costs. Why it happens? Some providers use low upfront pricing as a marketing hook, then load extra charges on the back end to make their profit. Bizee lists every single cost before you pay. The price you see is the price you pay. There's no mystery line items, no fine print, no processing fees that appear after checkout. That transparency is what makes them one of the few services I actually recommend because you know your total cost before you actually hit submit. Why Bizee is different. When you use Bizee to form your LLC, you automatically get a free registered agent for your first year. That's the person or company that handles your official government mail, like legal notices or tax letters. After that, you can add your virtual mailbox right inside of your dashboard. You'll see every cost on one single screen, so there's no upsells or surprise bills. Here's what's included: unlimited mail scanning, low cost forwarding, you just pay postage, no storage or cancellation fees, everything visible upfront. It's straightforward, transparent, and easy, exactly how it should be. Now let's hop over to Bizee, the platform I recommend for forming an LLC and managing your business address. Now I want to show you why I trust them because this is where you'll instantly see how transparent they are about pricing compared to other platforms that sneak hidden fees later. Step 1, select entity type and state. So here you can see there is LLC, S corporation, C corporation, or nonprofit. So for this video, you want to choose LLC, which stands for Limited Liability Company. That just means your business and you are legally separate. So if something goes wrong in your business, people can't come after your personal things like your savings or your car. Next thing you want to do is put in your state of formation. So we can see there are a bunch of states here. And right here is where Bizee does something most sites don't. It shows you your exact state filing fee. So some states charge around $50, while others charge closer to $500. So for this example, let's click California, then click Start My Business. So for this scenario, California state fee is $75. A lot of websites do not tell you that until you check out or they bury it in fine print. But Bizee puts it right here on the screen in front of you, so there's no surprises, no pop-ups, no last-minute changes. And this transparency really matters because when you're setting up a business, you need to know exactly what you're paying for. All right, so now we must compare the packages. Once you've picked your state, you'll land on this pricing page. And I know it looks like a bunch of boxes and check marks, but This is where Bizee stands out from other companies that hide costs under vague terms like extras or compliance add-ons. All right, so for the basic plan, of course, it's free, except for the state filing fee. And if you click another state, you're gonna see the specific fee for your state that your LLC is in. But in this case, it is $75, and that's the minimum you need to make your business official. So other companies often call their free plan free, but then you'll receive charges later for basic things like your EIN or operating agreement, and we'll get into what those are later on. Then we have our standard plan, which is around $199 plus that state fee. So this plan does include your EIN filing, so it's your business tax ID, your custom contracts and alerts to remind you when your yearly paperwork is due. And that's huge because missing a renewal can cost you hundreds in late fees or even suspend your LLC, which again, other services rarely warn you about upfront. And our premium plan is $299. It adds expedited filing, a business website, and a professional email all in one. So here it's 3 days for expedited filing, whereas the basic plan and the standard plan is 4 weeks. So what's nice here is you see exactly what you're paying for, and some platforms advertise expedited process, but then they bill you again after checkout for it. But Bizee includes it inside of the plan price so there's no guessing. So when you compare this to most LLC or virtual address services, the difference is simple. Bizee really itemizes everything. So as you can see, for even expedited filing, it's an additional $50 for both the basic and standard plan. And for business contract templates, an additional $150. So they actually itemize how much each of cost would be, where other services might not. Step 3 is to review and get started. So on the right side, you'll see the order summary, your full total combining your plan and your state fee. So this is really it. And this is where a lot of those hidden fees usually sneak in with other sites, like random charges for compliance forms, mail forwarding, or document storage. But Bizee really doesn't do that. The price you see here is what you pay, period. So once you hit get started, they will handle the rest. They file your articles of organization, which is basically your business's birth certificate, and send it to your state. And when your LLC is approved, you'll get an email confirmation with all your documents stored in your dashboard. And that's it. There's no extra filing, confirmation fee, no mail address add-on, no post setup upsells. Common mistakes to avoid. Here are the biggest and most expensive mistakes new business owners make when setting up their virtual mailboxes. Number 1, using your home address. It might seem easier, but the moment you file your LLC, the address becomes public. Anyone can Google your business name and instantly see where you live. And that's not just awkward, it's very unsafe. Number 2, picking the cheapest plan. Those $9.99 plans always sound tempting until the hidden fees roll in. You'll get charged for that scanning we mentioned, forwarding, or even storing your mail. All the things you assumed were included. What looked cheap quickly turns into $40 to $60 a month once the extras hit your card. Number 3, not checking your digital inbox. Even though you don't have a physical stack of letters anymore, you still have to log in and check your digital mailbox. Missing a state renewal notice or IRS letter can mean late fees or even having your LLC suspended. Number 4, forgetting to read renewal terms. Many providers auto-renew for full year unless you cancel in advance. That means if you forgot to read the fine print, you might wake up to a $300 charge you were not expecting. So always check your renewal window and cancel or switch on time. The goal isn't to find the cheapest option, it's to find the most transparent one. You want to know exactly what you're paying for so you can plan, not panic. So the next time you see an ad saying virtual business address, only $9.99, just know that's the hook, not the truth. If you want real transparency, zero hidden fees, and an easy setup, Bizee is the platform I recommend. They'll form your LLC, give you a free registered agent, and clearly show you every single cost before you hit pay. Now you'll walk away knowing your business is protected, private, and fully compliant without getting tricked by fine print. If this breakdown helped you save money or avoid a bad sign up, hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more no fluff business explainers that actually make sense. I'm Erin. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.